Try to get that guy out of the off of there. And we'll see. I bet this guy's stuck on there too. Fucking bastards. Alright, cool. So they should be ready to go on the other board. So this is the other board, the one with that had the short, this in-channel MOSFET. Try to get some flux out here. For some reason, this shit is totally stuck. Freaking cold. It was 50 degrees in the workshop before I turned the little heater on. So there's some flux on that one, and then we're going to go ahead and just throw some on there so it can start to solder, to start to kind of break down. So we're going to grab our MOSFET here, our trusty dusty tweezers, try to turn it around. Yeah, and they usually don't like to cooperate because they're so small and don't weigh nothing. So we got to make sure that we have it on right, and wow, there it is. Right here you can see where it's like all together, and then right here these are all individual. Well, put it on, got to put it on that way, and on the board it's the same way. You can see kind of in the monitor. So let's go ahead and turn it upside down, or right side up actually. Make sure that we're right, and then we're going to go ahead and put it like that, and then we're going to get our trusty dusty hot air rework station, let it heat up to a little over 800 degrees Fahrenheit. So I just placed it down there. Looks like it's pretty much in place. We're going to go ahead and apply some pressure on it. You got to be really careful when you do this, because I noticed that if you do it at any kind of an angle, and our hands naturally just shake, and even the steadiest handed people, I think you can see the shaking under the microscope to where you can't notice yourself. But just go ahead and just heat this up real good, and I apply pressure with the tweezers, trying my hardest to keep it even and not sliding it out of place or anything like that, because they move really easy because they weigh nothing, and as you can tell, they're really tiny. So I think it may be hot enough at this point. I'm going to pull this hot air gun away and keep the pressure on it for just a second longer. It looks like our solder has cooled down and it's sticking because of how the color has changed. So let me see if it's on there strong. Yep. So you can kind of smack into it a little bit with these tweezers, and this mother trucker is not moving. So I think we're good. Alright, so moving on to the IC retimer chip. Mother hot. You dummy, you're not supposed to touch an 800 degree freaking circuit board. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to grab the IC retimer chip. We'll put it right side up, and need to find number 1 pin, which would be, looks like, let me get a better focus. I think I found it, but the tweezers are kind of in the way of the light, so let's see if we can maybe turn it. I think I found it right, I don't know where it's at. There it is, I see it. So let's go ahead and we'll set him, we'll heat this up a little bit. So I'm glad those capacitors haven't popped. Hotter than shit. Alright, so go ahead and start to heat this up, kind of get it into place. Sometimes you get lucky and they just kind of, the solder just kind of pulls them in place, but you got to give them a little bit of finesse. And it's so tiny and weighs almost nothing that it's like every little tiny movement is amplified by like 100. I think that might be it. Go ahead and give it just a little nudge here and there. Kind of get it in place while heating it up. Still looks a little off. Yep, looks like it's okay at this point. So let me go ahead and apply some direct heat. Turn on that light. Give it a little bit of pressure. Alright, let's see. This shit's hot. Something I gotta get used to is not burning myself every 5 seconds, every chance I get. Looks like it's solid. So,